First, imaging products business. Top left is indicating that we are now assuming the market size is going to be halved in the end of the next fiscal year compared with the size 5 years ago. But here now we believe pro and hobbyist continues to be our rock supporter layer even in post-COVID-19. We will focus on high-end models such as mirrorless cameras and lenses in our direction for product planning and development.
Hi everyone, what's up? Lucky Wisono is here. I just want to make a short video to express myself after watching the Nikon half-year report. Of course, to no one's surprise, from the financial results in the first 6 months of financial year 2021, as most of the world still in lockdown situation with a very limited economic activity, resulting in a very poor performance, with the revenue much more lower than budgeted and also generating a loss. The loss comes from all Nikon business segments, which are imaging product, precision equipment, healthcare, industrial metrology, and others. Because Nikon brand is heavily associated with camera and lenses, so I will only talk about imaging product strategy. And I'm pretty sure that's the only thing that most people care about. So from Nikon presentation, they expect the market for imaging product will shrink 57% in 2022 compared to 2016. They perceive that from the number, the market shrinkage only comes from the casual users, while for the professional and hobbyists, the amount is more or less the same. Thus, makes the market composition shifting from 2016 that consists of 29% of professional or hobbyists into 65% in 2022. Okay, maybe this number is quite reasonable because casual users will be satisfied with their mobile phone camera quality that get even better with each iteration. The thing that really disturbed me is that the way Nikon want to drive their imaging product strategy. The first point is Nikon emphasized that the pro or hobbyist will continue to be a rock supporter layer. But then Nikon focusing only on high-end models for these pro or hobbyists, differentiate with large mount lenses. I think Nikon want to say that they are focusing on Z mount lenses as it is their so-called large mount lenses. So I think Nikon won't even bother to release a new f-mount lenses at this point. Okay, let's talk about this. First of all, what defines a pro or hobbyist? And then, what makes Nikon think that pro or hobbyists want to spend all their money on their current offering? Currently, Nikon perceives that a pro or hobbyist want to have the latest and greatest camera with the best optics and camera that will give the best possible image or video. So, Nikon assumed that, going forward, these pro or hobbyists will be only interested with the full-frame camera that theoretically produce the best image quality. This strategy is shown in the current Nikon lens offering and planned release, which mostly consists of full-frame lenses. DXZ mount lenses currently only 2 available that are included as kit lenses, and only 1 planned release that from the focal range and the aperture, I expect it to be another kit lenses. Oh yeah, by the way, I will only be talking about mirrorless camera as DSLR is pretty much done. And I'm pretty sure Nikon won't even bother to release a new DSLR in the future. Back to the Nikon full-frame offering. It is true about the benefit of full-frame camera to some extent. But the point that Nikon missed is that not all pro or hobbyists have the same needs. Of course, everyone wants to generate the best image quality. That's undeniable. The difference is at what cost? What do they want to sacrifice to achieve the result that they're looking for? Okay, for the true professionals that working on weddings, or newspaper, or wildlife, or ultra series hobbyists that want to get a very crisp image of their family members and their pets in any condition, it is mandatory to have a reliable full-frame camera, and that costs them lots of money and lots of heavy lenses and equipment with it. But for some hobbyists that travel a lot, that they want to have less heavy gear to bring with, or they just do not want to spend that much money, buying a full-frame camera is too much. Of course, some people will argue that nowadays full-frame camera are cheap and price-wise closer than ever to the APS-C camera. But even though the camera body is cheap, and sometimes even have pretty much the same weight or size as an APS-C camera, the lenses are still as big as before, because of course it's physics. A bigger sensor needs bigger lenses. Not to mention that they have grown in the price tag as well, with all these new lenses technologies. In the end, bringing a full frame camera is very impractical, and you really need to be very committed to it once you decided to bring it with you. There's a good reason why APS-C sensor camera currently have the most of the market share for the ILC market. And I'm not sure that will change immediately just because the full frame camera price is cheaper. Then, Nikon mentioned about increased profitability by improving product mix and reviewing policy. This is an interesting point also because it's pretty much contradicting with their previous statement to focusing only on high-end models to pro or hobbyists. Creating a product mix only for the high-end models will be very problematic because it will potentially create competition between product lines. Like current condition that Nikon just released Nikon Z6 Mark II that makes Z6 price pushed to be cheaper and very close to the price of quite new Nikon Z5. Nikon Z5 sales are potentially taken by the new lower price of Nikon Z6, as Nikon Z6 offer better features other than dual card slot with almost no price difference. Not sure if Nikon will phase out of the Nikon Z6 soon, but Nikon need to adjust Nikon Z5 price if Nikon Z6 is still available in the market. The most logical move to improve product mix is by expanding the product offering to a lower price bracket. Thus, Nikon need to be more committed to their DX sensor cameras by offering more DX Z-mount lenses, as DX mirrorless camera will be the gate for the consumer to enter Nikon camera system. But for the current condition, with Nikon only have Z50 that plays in a higher price bracket for the APS-C camera, and we no plan to release a pro-level DX Z-mount lenses that have smaller size and weight, people that want to try the ILC system will be drawn to either Sony, Fuji, or Canon, as they offer more option in the APS-C sensor, camera and lenses, and not to mention the third party that provide more lenses to Sony and Canon cameras. Of course, some of you will pointing out, why not use the full frame Z-mount lenses? If the DX mirrorless user use the full frame lenses, that really defeats the purpose of the smaller and lighter DX camera, because they can only utilize the cropped center of the lenses, while they still need to pay the same price, bring the same size and weight. Why not throw another extra money and get the full frame camera body in the first place? This leaves Nikon Z50 is standing in a weird position. Then, the last point that I want to talk about is the reviewing policy. Interestingly, Nikon is not hiding facts that they have the so-called reviewing policy. If you don't know about this, it is pretty much well-known among reviewers that Nikon only give early sample product to very limited reviewers. This limited access to the Nikon product to early reviewers is only hurting Nikon rather than helping them. Of course, when companies only give limited access to selected people, some people without any experience and awareness of those companies' brand will have doubts. I mean, if you're really confident in your product, you should not afraid to give access to all credible reviewers that have high integrity, right? And after all, Nikon product most of the time have good quality and comparable to other camera brands. I cannot really digest this reviewing policy from Nikon, but maybe they just really want to be a niche and small company. Or maybe they just want to be an exclusive brand like Leica? Well, don't know for sure, so let's see where will Nikon in the near future. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please hit the like button and share to your friend. Please leave a comment if you agree or disagree, or if I just missed entirely about this topic. See you in the next video. Bye.